What transforms a beautiful room into a home that feels warm, timeless, and unforgettable? Is it the furniture, the colors, the artwork, or is it something much deeper? Today, we'll explore 100 inspiring African-inspired living rooms while uncovering the design principles that make these spaces feel calm, welcoming, and effortlessly sophisticated. Whether you're decorating a brand new home, refreshing a single room, or simply gathering inspiration for the future, this collection is designed to help you create a living space that reflects your own personality and lifestyle. Along the way, we'll explore color palettes, furniture placement, handcrafted decor, lighting, texture, and styling ideas that can work in homes of many different sizes and styles. Most importantly, remember that there is no single right way to decorate. Every home tells a different story. The colors you choose, the artwork you display, the textiles you love, and the handcrafted accents you collect should all reflect your own taste. Think of today's video as a source of inspiration rather than a set of rules. Take the ideas that speak to you, adapt them to your own space, and create a home that feels authentically yours. Let's begin. One of the biggest mistakes people make when decorating a living room is choosing furniture before deciding on the overall atmosphere they want to create. A color palette establishes the mood long before the first sofa or coffee table enters the room. Many African-inspired interiors draw their warmth from colors found in nature: earthy terracotta, rich walnut, clay, olive green, soft sand, charcoal, cream, deep black accents. These colors work beautifully together because they already exist together in the natural world. Rather than competing for attention, they create balance and harmony. If you love warm, inviting interiors, terracotta walls paired with natural wood can instantly make a room feel grounded and welcoming. If you prefer something lighter, warm whites and soft beige walls provide a calm backdrop that allows handcrafted decor, woven baskets, and artwork to become the focal point. Olive green introduces a subtle connection to nature, while darker tones such as charcoal or black can add contrast and definition without overwhelming the room. Of course, these are only possibilities. There is no universal color palette that every home must follow. Some people enjoy bold, earthy colors. Others prefer quiet neutrals with just a few African-inspired accents. Your home should reflect the atmosphere that makes you feel most comfortable every time you walk through the door. As you continue watching, notice how each room uses color in its own unique way. Some rely on contrast. Others create harmony through similar tones. Neither approach is more correct. They simply tell different stories. Once you've established your color palette, The next step is deciding how your furniture will work together within the space. Many people assume that decorating begins with buying a beautiful sofa, but great living rooms are rarely built around a single piece of furniture. Instead, they are designed around how people will experience the room every day. Before choosing furniture, ask yourself a simple question. How do you want your living room to feel? Will it be a place for quiet evenings with a book? A welcoming space for family gatherings? A room where guests naturally gather for conversation? Or perhaps a peaceful retreat where you can simply relax after a busy day? The answers to these questions will help guide every design decision that follows. One principle you'll notice throughout these interiors is the importance of creating a comfortable conversation area. Rather than placing furniture against every wall, many of these living rooms bring seating together around a central coffee table or rug. This creates a sense of connection and encourages people to engage with one another naturally. Even in larger rooms, grouping furniture into a defined seating area makes the space feel warmer and more intimate. Another important consideration is balance. If one side of the room contains a large sectional sofa, you might balance it with a pair of lighter lounge chairs, a sculptural accent chair, or even a substantial indoor plant on the opposite side. Balance doesn't mean everything has to match. Instead, it's about creating visual harmony, so no single area feels too heavy or too empty. You'll also notice that many of these rooms leave generous open space around the furniture. This is intentional. A room doesn't need to be completely filled to feel complete. Allowing furniture room to breathe creates a sense of openness, making the entire space feel larger, calmer, and more luxurious. Scale is equally Large living rooms can comfortably accommodate oversized sofas, generous coffee tables, and statement lighting, while smaller spaces often benefit from cleaner silhouettes and furniture with lighter visual weight. Choosing furniture that fits the size of your room is often more important than choosing the most expensive pieces. Take a moment to notice the coffee tables throughout today's collection. Some are round, others are square or rectangular. Each shape influences how people move through the room. Rounded tables tend to soften the space and improve circulation, especially in family homes, while rectangular tables can provide stronger structure in larger seating arrangements. Neither option is universally better. The best choice depends on the proportions of your room and how you plan to use it. Another feature you'll see repeatedly is the use of natural materials. Solid wood tables, woven side tables, handcrafted stools, and rattan accents introduce warmth that beautifully complements contemporary furniture. These pieces help create interiors that feel modern without becoming cold or impersonal. One design approach that works particularly well in African-inspired interiors is mixing clean contemporary furniture with handcrafted elements. A simple linen sofa paired with woven baskets, carved wooden sculptures, or artisan-made side tables creates visual contrast while celebrating craftsmanship. The result feels collected rather than decorated. Most importantly, remember that your furniture should support the way you live. Some homes need additional seating for entertaining, Others may prioritize open floor space for children, pets, or everyday movement. There's no perfect layout that works for every household. Use these ideas as inspiration, experiment with different arrangements, and don't be afraid to move furniture until the room feels comfortable, balanced, and easy to use. Because in the end, the best living room isn't the one that looks exactly like someone else's. It's the one that makes you feel completely at home. One of the reasons these living rooms feel so warm and welcoming has very little to do with color. Instead, it comes from something designers often describe as layering texture. Texture is what gives a room depth, character, and personality. Without it, even the most expensive furniture can feel flat and uninspiring. Look closely at these interiors, and you'll notice that very few surfaces are completely smooth. Soft linen upholstery sits beside richly grained timber. Hand-woven baskets contrast beautifully with polished stone. Natural fiber rugs soften hard flooring, while handcrafted pottery introduces subtle variations in shape, color, and finish. Every material contributes something different to the room. Rather than relying on bold colors alone, these homes create interest by combining materials that each respond to light in their own unique way. This approach allows the room to feel calm without becoming boring. Natural fibers play an especially important role in Afro-Chic interiors. Woven grasses, raffia, rattan, jute, and cotton introduce warmth that immediately makes a room feel more relaxed. Whether they're used as baskets, lighting, furniture, or decorative accessories, these materials remind us of the beauty found in handcrafted design. Wood is another material that appears consistently throughout these spaces. Notice how different wood tones create different moods. Lighter timbers often feel fresh and airy, making them ideal for bright contemporary interiors. Darker woods introduce richness and visual weight, creating a sense of sophistication and permanence. Neither choice is better than the other. The right option depends entirely on the atmosphere you want to create. Textiles also deserve careful attention. Throws, cushions, and rugs are often among the easiest ways to refresh a living room without replacing larger furniture pieces. Some homes feature bold woven patterns inspired by African textiles, while others rely on soft, neutral fabrics that allow artwork and handcrafted accessories to become the focal point. Both approaches are equally successful because they remain balanced. One of the simplest decorating tips you can apply is to avoid making every surface feel the same. If your sofa is smooth leather, consider introducing a woven throw or textured cushions. If your coffee table has a polished finish, a handcrafted ceramic bowl or a woven tray can soften the contrast. These small combinations create visual richness without adding unnecessary clutter. You'll also notice that many of these interiors celebrate imperfection. A hand-thrown ceramic vase may not be perfectly symmetrical. A woven basket may carry subtle variations in pattern. Natural timber often reveals knots, grain, and color changes that factory-made materials cannot replicate. Rather than hiding these characteristics, Afro-Chic design embraces them. They remind us that handcrafted objects carry the story of the people who created them. Texture also changes throughout the day. Morning sunlight reveals the grain of timber. Afternoon light highlights woven fibers. Evening lamps cast gentle shadows across carved wood and textured walls, allowing the room to feel completely different without moving a single piece of furniture. Perhaps that's one of the greatest strengths of thoughtfully layered interiors. They continue to reveal new details every time the light changes. As you explore your own home, remember that adding texture doesn't require a complete renovation. Sometimes one beautifully woven basket, a handcrafted vase, a natural fiber rug, or a simple linen can completely change the atmosphere. The goal isn't to fill every corner, it's to When people begin decorating an African-inspired living room, one of the first questions they ask is, how much wall decor is too much? The answer often depends less on the number of pieces and more on how intentionally they are arranged. One of the most noticeable characteristics throughout these interiors is restraint. Rather than filling every available wall, many of these homes allow a single statement piece to become the focal point. A beautifully framed portrait, a collection of woven baskets, a handcrafted mask, or a sculptural wall hanging. Each artwork is given enough space to breathe. This creates visual impact without overwhelming the room. You'll also notice that the artwork often reflects the overall color palette. Warm timber frames complement natural furniture. Earth-toned artwork reinforces terracotta walls. Black accents connect with lighting fixtures and decorative accessories. These subtle relationships create harmony throughout the room. Gallery walls are another beautiful option. Instead of displaying many unrelated pieces, consider choosing artwork that shares a common theme. Perhaps African landscapes, portraiture, traditional textiles, contemporary African artists, or handcrafted woven pieces collected over time. The goal isn't to impress visitors with quantity. It's to surround yourself with artwork that has meaning. Remember, walls don't always need to be filled. Sometimes the empty space surrounding a beautiful artwork is what makes it feel truly special. Thoughtful restraint often creates more elegance than constant decoration. Plants have an extraordinary ability to transform a living room, not simply because they introduce color, but because they introduce life. Throughout these interiors, you'll notice generous leafy plants positioned beside sofas, near windows, and within quiet corners. Large tropical varieties help soften the clean architectural lines created by furniture and walls. Smaller plants introduce freshness to shelving, coffee tables, and consoles. One helpful principle is considering scale. A large, empty corner often benefits from one substantial plant, rather than several smaller ones. Meanwhile, shelves and side tables can be beautifully styled using smaller pots that add subtle layers of greenery. Natural light also plays an important role. Most indoor plants thrive when positioned near windows, where they become part of the changing rhythm of the day. Morning sunlight, afternoon shadows, evening silhouettes. The room quietly changes with nature. Of course, not everyone enjoys caring for plants. If maintaining greenery feels overwhelming, preserved arrangements or carefully selected artificial plants can still introduce softness while complementing the overall design. Your home should always support your lifestyle. The best decorating choices are the ones you can enjoy with confidence. Few elements influence the atmosphere of a living room as much as lighting. Yet it is often one of the last decisions people make. Natural light remains one of the greatest luxuries any home can offer. Large windows allow sunlight to reveal the warmth of timber, the texture of woven fibers, and the subtle beauty of handcrafted ceramics throughout the day. As evening arrives, however, artificial lighting takes over. The most inviting living rooms rarely depend on a single ceiling fixture. Instead, they combine several gentle sources of light. Floor lamps beside reading chairs, table lamps resting on side tables, pendant lighting above seating areas, soft wall lighting highlighting artwork. Each layer contributes warmth while reducing harsh shadows. The color of the light matters too. Warm lighting generally creates a more welcoming atmosphere than cooler white light, especially when paired with natural materials like wood, linen, and stone. Notice how many of these interiors feel calm rather than bright. That feeling is rarely accidental. It is carefully designed. Lighting doesn't simply help us see a room. It changes how we experience it. Perhaps the most valuable lesson these beautiful living rooms offer is this: there is no perfect African-inspired living room, only the one that feels right for you. Some people are naturally drawn to bold colors, and richly layered interiors. Others find peace in softer palettes, clean lines, and only a few carefully chosen handcrafted accents. Both approaches are equally beautiful. Both reflect different personalities. Interior design should never feel like a set of strict rules. Instead, think of it as an invitation, an opportunity to create a space that supports your everyday life, a room where family gathers, friends feel welcome, conversations unfold naturally, and quiet moments become just as meaningful as celebrations. Whether you choose woven baskets or contemporary artwork, terracotta walls or warm ivory tones, large tropical plants or simple ceramic vases, the goal remains the same: to create a home that reflects your own story. Thank you for spending these moments with us. We hope today's ideas inspire you to decorate with confidence, embrace craftsmanship, and create spaces that bring comfort, beauty, and meaning into your everyday life. Until next time, keep celebrating timeless African-inspired design and keep creating a home that feels unmistakably yours. The best living rooms aren't copies of someone else's home. They're a reflection of the people who live in them. Thank you for watching Afro Aesthetic. Until next time, keep creating spaces that tell your story.